another night recording because I don't want to turn the light. But let's take a little sip. It doesn't really make sense to have bourbon before recording. Like maybe water? I don't know. The flair is advice needed, so let's see what's up. Am I the asshole for kicking my mother-in-law out of my home and telling her she needs to stop meddling in our marriage? I am married to my amazing husband, and we've been together for 3 years, married for 1. Everything has been great between us, except for one glaring issue, my mother-in-law. Here we go. You know those mother-in-laws. Okay, from the very beginning, she's been overbearing. They can do that. She has this habit of calling my husband every single day to check in. Hey, man, I talk to my mom. I call my mom like once every 2 weeks. I live very far away from my mom, but we message each other pretty much every day. I get made fun of for it. My wife is pretty much consistently making fun of me for talking to my mom, letting her know what's up with my life. But you know what? I think she's just jealous. What are we talking about? It started off as a mild annoyance, but has since escalated to an unbearable level. She insists on knowing every detail about our lives, from our finances to our weekend plans. She even gave my husband a key to her house, just in case he ever needs to come home. That's a wild reason to do it, but him having a key to the house is not really a problem. That makes sense to me. Her reason is interesting. I mean, when you say just in case he ever needs to come home, it almost kind of sounds like this is me assuming. I don't want to do that. I want to be like, what do you mean? Just in case he needs to come home, just in case he leaves me, bitch. I don't want to assume that. But, she is overbearing. Recently, it all came to a head when she showed up unannounced at our house while we were having a quiet dinner. She let herself in. We had given her a spare key for emergencies. Big mistake. You guys already know how I feel about that. Just because you have a key to the house doesn't mean you can just walk in whenever you want. Let a fella know. Let a fella know, when you're going to come over. And definitely don't just randomly come in the house early in the morning and wake my ass up, like just by appearing in my living room. But anyways. And immediately started picking everything apart. She criticized my cooking, saying it was kick her out. Kick her out. Saying it was no wonder my husband looked so miserable with the garbage I serve. I had made a butter chicken and homemade nan dish. Nan. And she even expected the house, pointing out imaginary dirt and telling me she should teach me how to clean properly. What advice do you want? You want advice on where we can hide her bot? Never mind. Then she made snide comments about our finances, implying that I was spending all of my husband's money on useless things and that I was a gold digger. She even suggested that my husband should consider getting our finances separated to protect himself. All at the dinner, my husband and I make a relatively similar amount of money. Oh man, it's so crazy when the mother-in-law is like getting worked up about things and she just doesn't know. They make like a similar amount of money. It's like, I don't know. She went on to say that I was lucky to have landed her son. Oh my God, this mom is... You're lucky the son didn't turn into a serial killer, because this is like the kind of mom that creates like an Ed Gein. If you don't know who Ed Gein is, look him up. Edgein. His mom said that no woman was good enough for him too, and he ended up turning people into lamps. So maybe be careful about that, mother-in-law. It's weird behavior. Grateful he didn't leave me for someone more suitable. Someone like me, son. You should be dating someone like me, your mother, who's perfect. No one will ever love you as much as me, your mom. Creating serial killers out here. She made it clear that she thought I wasn't good enough for him and even said she had a nice girl from her church in mind who would make a better wife. I would drop kick this bitch just right there in the kitchen or the dining room or wherever you guys decide to eat. I would just full on... I'm up in the air, I would drop kick her directly in the chest. And she'd die too, because she's 55. From a drop kick from me, I would do that if she was talking about my wife. I know the woman that my mother-in-law is talking about. My mother-in-law introduced me to her once, and she's everything my mother-in-law wanted for her husband, including having the man provides and the woman stays at home. Oh God, here we go. I reached my breaking point and told her very bluntly that she needed to stop meddling in our marriage and that her constant interference was making things difficult for us. She burst into tears. Oh my God. She's a narcissist. Like, I'm going to be 100% here. You are dealing with a narcissist. This is like textbook. She burst into tears, called me disrespectful, and stormed out. Now my husband is upset with me for hurting his mom's feeling and thinks I overreacted. No, I don't think you overreacted. I think when she's saying that your husband deserves a better man. What she should be saying is you deserve a better man. Or no. When she's saying that the husband deserves a better woman, what's really going on here is you deserve a better husband. Because the fact that he wouldn't defend you while she's just railing on you like this is just like is insane to me. And maybe it's easy for me to say because my mom would never say something like that about my significant other, but there's just no way, man. That's your wife. You're just gonna let her come in, trash the food, say you should leave her for this other person? No, I wouldn't tolerate that shit. That's disrespectful. I'm glad my mom knows better. Why did you not toss her out immediately? And where was your amazing husband wife? Oh yeah, I forgot, dude. My short-term memory, my amazing husband. Oh God. Oh God. You said he was amazing. I'm used to her jibes at this point, and I was just trying to rise above, and he was trying to keep our guests distracted. You had guests there? He did it in front of guests? Did I miss that? A quiet dinner. We were having a quiet dinner. There were guests? Or was she the guest? No. No. No, sir. No, sir. Bye-bye, mother-in-law. I don't think so. Sorry. You are not talking about... I don't think so. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like a flip because it's a mother-in-law, so it's hard to imagine. But like, I just can't imagine my mom ever being that disrespectful to the person that I love. Sounds like literally every mother-in-law. Get thicker skin, toughen up. She is that way, and she is that way, and that's okay. That's her life. You can still answer her nicely, but not answer... No, you can kick her out, man. My way of dealing with her would be to kick her out. Mine and me even get to the point of physical, but today we're pretty good. What the hell is wrong with you? She sounds like a wonderful woman. I think you're overreacting. I am an attention-grabbing whore who wants closure for telling my mother-in-law. What? Yo, this subreddit might be the place to go for controversial comments. This is like the worst take I think I've ever heard in my fucking life. This is probably the husband. Not the asshole, but you might have married a mama's boy that will always side with his intrusive. You might have married a serial killer. My husband's mom called me a whore when she met me after getting super drunk, and when I tried to leave the house with my small Pomeranian at the time, she tried to rip him out of my arms. Husband got between us and protected me and hasn't spoken to her since. You don't have an amazing husband. You have a little boy who's still under his mommy's thumb. Yeah, man. Yeah, boy. You have a husband problem. You got a husband problem. Dear God, this lady sucks. Oh my God. Now you should drop kick her. You should punch her in the throat. That's my advice. Should I comment that? My advice is you should kick this old... You should punch this old woman in the throat. Directly in the throat. Put her on life support. No, you're not the asshole. My advice is don't take my... This is all a joke. My advice is you should not keep this woman around. And if your husband disagrees with that, then I guess y'all should get divorced. That's rough. The fact that he wouldn't stick up with you or stick up for you, you hate to see it. You're not the asshole here, definitively.